All right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. A busy month of February, and I'm always happy to see producers from the Piedmont. And this one I'm not that familiar with, but Cogno. I like the name. Anyways, there's a couple Cognos. This one is a small producer, a fourth generation family, and this first wine, the Aniceto, Naceleta, the name of the grape, I never heard of this before. That's one of the things I love about Italy. So many high-level wines from grapes that nobody else produces. Anyways, Aniceto is the dialect in Piedmont for this varietal, and this wine's got a really unique bouquet, really distinct kind of pear and apple fruit, fresh flowers, orange zest, white pepper spice. Really unique bouquet, light and refreshing wine on the palate, and a zesty finish with that tongue-tingly acidity and minerality, orange and ginger at the end. Very good little wine, very distinct at 26.25. The Cogno Montegril di Langhe is a blend of 50% Barbera, 50% Nebbiolo, all in stainless steel fermented and aged. This wine's got a lovely fresh black berry fruit, dark earth, truffle kind of notes and floral notes on the nose. Good amount of that ripe blackberry fruit showing on the tongue with ripe and smooth tannins, pretty floral notes, and lovely freshness in this wine. One of the things we love about Barbera, this wine kind of has the best of both worlds, that freshness of Barbera and the structure of the Nebbiolo there, and really nice, approachable wine. Excellent juice at $37.50. All right, the Barbera was up next, the Bricco de Merli, which this is a single vineyard Barbera. Good amount of dark cherry fruit here, notes of dried herbs and flowers and dark truffle, earthy notes. Really nice complexity. Barbera, one of my favorite wines. This wine's got lovely forward fruit, and has lovely freshness to it. It's got great acidity here, a great choice for many different food types. This wine's got some damp earth and truffle notes on the finish, along with those pretty floral notes. Nice structure. The tannin soft, and like I said, bright and refreshing at the end. Excellent juice for $30. The Barbaresco Bordini is next, and this is the Lampia clone of Nebbiolo exclusively. Usually they blend 2 or 3 different clones of Nebbiolo together, but could this be the same vineyard as La Spinnetta's Bordini? I don't know of any other Bordinis, and I think it's the same clone of Nebbiolo in their wine, so probably. It's got a pretty red berry fruit, though, exotic spices, red licorice, pretty floral highlights, some truffle, nice concentration, richness on the palate. This 2010 vintage needs some time. These are very young wines, and a lovely structure in this wine, showing some lovely red cherry fruit, that licorice spice, and the rose petal floral notes. Really nice complexity in this wine all the way through to the finish. Got some tannin showing up at the end, but needs a little bit of time here. And all these wines, I thought, very fairly priced. This one, $48. All right, the Barolo Casino Nuovo. This is an entry-level Barolo from this producer, and they're very classic, 2 years in large wood. All their wines are estate bottle, with the exception of that Barbaresco that we just had. Lovely red licorice and brown dried floral notes, red cherry berry fruit, fresh earth, truffles, tar. A lot of earthy aromas coming out in this wine, this 2009. Showing some nice forward fruit, though, on the palate. Really lovely, chewy fruit, ripe and delicious. Firm tannins, though. This is Barolo with an array of spice, earth, and really nice, juicy fruit, though. I have to say, these 2009s, somewhat showy, but this wine needs at least another 3 to 5 years in the bottle. A nice little value, though, at $52.50. Hard to believe you can still get some top-level wines from the Piedmont, like Barolos, for $50. The Barolo Navera is one of the Grand Cru sites of Novello. This wine sees also 2 years in large wood. An array of spice on the nose here. Earthy, truffly notes, dried flowers, and really nice intensity in this wine. Again, lovely, juicy fruits on the palate with smooth and silky texture, but that tannins coming in at the end, and really this wine needs some time, a good hand of spice and floral notes on the finish. Excellent juice, although I like the Casino Nuovo just as much for a couple dollars less. The Bricco Pernice, though, most excellent. This is the hillside of the partridge, I guess is what the name means. And these are Lampia clones also. This wine sees a little more time in oak. Still old oak, though, and a little more earthy, rustic kind of note to the nose, as this 2008 is a classic vintage for the Piedmont. Array of dried herbs and minty notes, red cherry berry fruit, really rich and well-endowed bouquet of aromas, some red licorice spice. A big and chewy wine on the tongue with layers of that exotic spice and fresh, earthy, truffly note showing the tar. Lots of tannins here in this wine, but it's got lots of everything else. A load of exotic spice all the way to the end. This wine is a classic vintage for Barolo, and this wine needs 10 years in the bottle. Most excellent juice at $90, still under $100. And then Barbazale Etna Rossa, just thrown in there for fun. This one's 100% Nerello Mascalese from Monte Etna. And wow, this is a really unique bouquet of aromas here. Kind of roasted coffee, wild game to the red cherry berry fruit. And so some dark fruit coming out in this one. Array of kind of distinct earthy notes. This volcanic soil, really unique up on Mount Etna. Sweet herbs, dried meats, lovely complexity here. A big and chewy wine on the tongue with lots of dark cherry berry fruit. Really fresh though. This wine's got fine tannins and a host of that nuance on the nose showing through the finish. Very impressive length here. A ton of that tongue-tingly minerality. Really long finish, man. This is most excellent juice. I don't know what the price is, but I am really starting to become a big fan of Nerello Mascalese. All right, that's what we had to drink with our friends from Vinecraft and Cogno. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.